beautiful friends. It's Amanda here, and it's time for my February favorites. I can't believe that we're already in the month of March. I feel like January lasted forever, and February seemed to fly by, even though it's a leap year, so February was way longer than it usually is. I just posted my February rankings. That's a new series that I'm adding to go sort of in tandem with my monthly favorites. So I'll do a monthly rankings video where everything new that I tried and reviewed in the month, I will rank on a little tier list that I created. And then I'm going to keep my favorites because I talk about non-makeup things, beauty things that aren't the type of stuff I review, for example, nail polish, fragrance, stuff like that. I also will talk about my favorite combos, and I'll tell you about rediscovered older favorites, things that weren't newly reviewed in the month. So I think that there's room on the channel for both of these series to continue to exist. Let's start with my non-makeup favorites first. I have two 5-star reads from February. February was a very good reading month for me. I finished like 10 books in February, and a lot of them were really, really good. I had quite a few 4-star reads, which I'm pretty stingy with my 4 and 5 stars. I really only give them to stuff that I super like and would want to read again. But I want to tell you about my two 5-star reads. I'm going to scoot over here so I can put the book cover up here. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I get books from my library, so I don't have the physical copies. First up, this is from Neil Gaiman. It's The Graveyard Book. This book was hauntingly beautiful. It was the most quietly scary. It wasn't horrifying, it wasn't horror, but it was definitely very intense and anxiety and also beautifully sad. I cried so much at the end of this book. It was just, Neil Gaiman is a celebrated and renowned author for a reason. I don't love every single Neil Gaiman book. I know he's got some hardcore fans out there, and I totally get it. I haven't been obsessed with and in love with every single one of his books that I've ever read, but I loved this one. It was just beautiful and sad, and it made me feel so many feelings, and it made me fall in love with the characters. I absolutely recommend it. The other one that was a 5-star read for me is a nonfiction book. It's called The Storyteller: Tales of Life and Music by Dave Grohl. I listened to the audiobook and Dave Grohl reads it. He's awesome. I definitely think it's dangerous to idolize celebrities, and I feel like most celebrities at some point find a way to disappoint us. And I just feel deep down that Dave Grohl is not going to do that to us. I've always been a big fan of his music. I mean, I was a scene kid. I loved Nirvana. I loved the Foo Fighters. I still love the Foo Fighters. Now my son loves the Foo Fighters. I'm just a big fan of Dave Grohl. I think he's a great musician. But I also have heard so many things about him over the years that make me think that he's like a super cool person too. It was just fun learning more about him, hearing his journey, and a lot of fun, funny, intense, crazy stories from being a rock star. And I loved every minute of it. I wished that it was longer. Really convinced he's never going to let us down and just be a horrible, terrible person, but fingers crossed, don't let me down, Dave. He just seems badass and talented and cool, and anyway, read his book. I loved it. Another non-beauty favorite, I feel like we just have to talk about it, is this amazing, cozy, squishy, oversized, baggy, glorious sweater. Hold on. It's got these like big billowy sleeves, and it doesn't have any closures or anything. It's just an open front cardigan. I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like in a whole outfit because I know it's kind of hard to tell in this little frame with my face here, but I'll put a full body pic here so that you can see how I styled it today. I ordered this from Amazon. It was under 50 bucks. It's super soft and cozy. There's not one single itchy or stiff part. It's just really big and chunky and cozy and cute. I think that this beige and black color is going to go with a lot of stuff. I haven't bought myself a new cozy sweater in a while, so maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with it and love it so much. But there's a lot of hit and misses out there when you're online shopping, and this is a definite hit for me. Now let's talk about my favorite fragrance for February. I just had a different fragrance from this brand in my January favorites. Apparently, the 5 Cents brand is taking over my life. This is a brand new fragrance from them. It's called In Too Deep. The notes are Tahitian vanilla and Australian sandalwood. This smells sweet, but in a sophisticated way. It's not like cupcake sweet, it's rich and creamy sweet. It kind of reminds me of the marshmallow buttercream lotion from Philosophy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Pink marshmallow buttercream. Yeah, pink marshmallow buttercream, that's what it is. It reminds me of that. It's like a grown-up sweet vanilla scent. I wore this for date night, and my spouse actually noticed. He kind of gave me a second little sniff, and he was like, "Ooh, you smell creamy." Which is a weird but very wonderful compliment. So if you want to smell creamy, In Too Deep is the way to go. I'm a big fan of this brand. I hope they come out with some more new fragrances this year because I've either liked or loved everything that I've tried from them. So they're killing it. My favorite nail polishes for the month of February both come from Zoya. One I'm wearing right now, one I was wearing in my last couple of videos. This amazing chrome silver color is called Trixie. This is the most gorgeous liquid silver. I only need 2 coats of this to be fully foiled and opaque. And then this shade is the one that's on my nails now. It's this warm purple shade with a ton of brassy gold glitter that just gives this gorgeous flip. I keep wanting to call this dual. It's Daoul, but my little scrambly brain likes to try to say dual. So I'm sorry if in the future I call it the wrong name, but I love both of these. I'm a big Zoya fan, so these have both been just beautiful and high performing polishes for me over the past month. Let's move on to cheek products now. I have the most motley crew of cheek favorites this month, and these are all 3 products that I've been wearing in different combinations with one another. I have 1 drugstore product, 1 high-end product, and 1 indie brand product, and I have been mixing and matching the 3 of these all month long, or just wearing any one of them on their own. This little Catrice cream blush stick is called R and Peach. I reviewed this a while ago. A couple months ago, this came into my collection. I started reaching for it again because I wanted something bright and peachy to pair with my Fantasy Cosmetica Celestial Lights palette. So these 2 became a duo. And then as soon as I reviewed this molten metal highlighter from MAC, this one's Many Moons Aglow from the Love Struck Luck collection, their Lunar New Year collection. This has been constantly on my face since then. Even if I do a very, very bare look where I just do like a skin tint, I'll put some of this on my cheeks and on the inner corners of my eyes, brow gel, mascara, boom, good to go. If I want a more medium amount of makeup look, then these 2 pair well together. And if I'm really going extra like I did today, then I'll wear all 3 of these to really boost that shiny, shiny, formally sweaty cheek, especially when I'm going for a more neutral color eye look. I like to go a little bit extra on the face to just give a little zing somewhere, you know what I mean? Although this neutral eye look has a bit of a twist as well, and I'm wearing a couple of my favorites on my eyes too. Before we get into the palettes, let's talk about these multi-chrome cream gel liners from ColourPop. I keep going back to these. I keep popping one of these in the lower lash line or smudging it on the lower lash line, or like today I'm wearing it on that lower inner corner part. These are so much fun. It's that same easy to apply, easy to wear cream gel liner formula that I've loved for so long from ColourPop. These shifty, shiny shades are just really inspiring, and they're often that extra little oomph to just give me a little something, a little spice, you know? So I've really been enjoying these. I think that these are the shades that I've reached for the most. So the peach one I'm wearing today is Movie Star. I believe I've used these three on camera in tutorials, but these are the ones that I wear the most off camera as well. So Wild Idea is the bright green, Ventura Boulevard, an unexpected favorite. That's the deep royal blue. And then Power Trip is the turquoise teal color. They're all great, but these are the ones that I've really been reaching for the most. If you already watched my February rankings video, then you probably will not be surprised about my favorite palettes for the month. You saw me rank this Wicked Widow Lovesick palette in my very top tier. This has been the one that I reach for on my very quick makeup days when I know I just want to put two, three, four shadows on. These are so well curated and so well balanced that even though we do have some colorful shadows in here, everything feels very approachable and easy, but still special and cool and cute. I do have reviews for a lot of this stuff, so if it feels like I'm breezing through it too much, I don't want to do a review, do a ranking, and do a favorites and say the same thing over and over again, but I realize that not everybody's watching all of those things. If I have more in-depth information about any of these products, I'll link them in the description for you. This one's just so cute. I think that this one sold out around Valentine's Day, but I feel like they said they were gonna restock it. So I'll look into that for you because I definitely recommend this. The other palette that was really high on my ranking, of course, was this Twilight palette. This was my favorite product in this whole Twilight collection. I talked a little bit about my personal Twilight journey in my review video. I love the packaging. I love the shades. I mean, I love the Twilight movies. I think these shades are so cool and grungy and interesting. I am just really, really hooked on these two shimmery shades here in the center. I definitely based my tutorials around these shades, so you can see those in action in my Twilight review. I just think this is so pretty. I love the effect of this little shimmer treatment on the front. I really like it. I really just think this is cute and special and different and interesting for ColourPop. Thank you. My final favorite palette for February, I cannot put down the Earthwood palette from Oden's Eye and the Fancy Face. Yes, I know my friend made this palette, but that does not negate the fact that I cannot put this down. I have worn this probably 10 out of the days in February. A lot of other things to test and to wear, but I could not stop myself from picking this up. I love purple, I love green. These three neutrals are literally perfect. I did give it a pop of this coral just to give it a little something extra, spice it up a little bit for the video. You can use shades from this Earthwood palette with Twilight. You can use them with Lovesick. You can use them with the Florastory palette like I often do, or obviously it's beautiful just on its own as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Very last category we'll talk about for my favorites video. I feel like I've been filming forever. I'll try to edit this down. These are my three most worn lip colors for the month of February. This is the newbie to the collection. This is the Tower 28 Lip Softy. This is the Ube Vanilla one. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. It's so pretty and it feels so good on my lips. It's just addicting. A constant favorite for me. I've worn this. It's been in many favorites. It's very worn out. I can't put it down. It's the Fantasy Cosmetica lip oil in the shade Ancient one. I'm probably gonna need to buy a replacement for this suit because I wear it so much. I love it. It smells so good. It smells like candy grapes. I know it looks like a crazy color, but once it's on my lips, it kind of shears out to this cool purpley pink. Another tinted lip balm. This was my purse lip color for the month. This is what is this thing called? It's from Givenchy. I know it's bougie. It's the Rose Perfecto Liquid Balm. The shade is 117. I'll look it up and put on the screen what the like name of the color is. I'm certain you can tell at this point, I just love a tinted lip treatment. That's all I want. It's all I want to wear. Maybe I'll change my mind and I'll retract that statement and there'll be some amazing lip product that gets introduced that turns me away. But for now, it's tinted lip balms and lip oils for me for life. No regrets. I feel like this was an especially long favorites video for me, but I had a lot of things that I enjoyed this month. It's a sign of a good month. A lot of things enjoyed. I would love to hear what you enjoyed in the month of February. Do we have any of the same favorites? Is there anything that you love that you think I need to try because I might love it? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I look cute today. I used to always feel really self-conscious and guilty about telling myself that I looked cute, which is so sad now that I think about it because I think everybody should tell themselves that they look cute, and I would never think it was weird for somebody else to say that they looked cute. So I don't know why I thought I wasn't allowed to say it or wasn't supposed to say it or whatever. I guess it feels close to vanity, but it's not really like, oh, I'm the fairest of them all. It's more just like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a little boost. Like, I'm gonna hype myself up a little bit. I look cute today. I'm doing what I like, and that's good. You should tell yourself you look cute today too. Ooh, I'm sweating. I'm gonna need some of this fragrance now. Getting old is rough. Look at these cute little earrings. I made them. They're not in my shop yet, but I'm gonna add them to my shop soon. I just think they're so precious. They go with everything when I just want like a little hint of something, you know? My camera keeps overheating and turning itself off. I really am talking too much. Me? No, never. Just a few, a couple. Mm, maybe kind of a lot. Never mind. It's pretty late. I have been working and running around kids' appointments and stuff and school and keeping everybody alive and fed and cleaned and washed their clothes and making content and planning things. I got trips coming up. I got people coming to visit. I got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and I'm very thankful for that. I do better when I have a lot on my plate. I'm not good at sitting still. I am a busy doer, and if I don't have tasks, I will invent them. So it's better for me to have my eye on a prize. She is so shiny. You can tell I was wearing sunglasses earlier. I don't care what season it is. If I'm gonna be in the car, even if it's cloudy, I will have full sunscreen, face, neck, ears, baseball cap, and sunglasses. I am covering the goods, okay? It's hey, unsheath my palettes. Was that weird? Was that a weird way to put it? This little pop of coral, pop of the liner is so subtle, but it's working for me. It feels fancy. It feels special. And I want to be fancy and special. And you know what? You're fancy and special too. And that's one of the billions of reasons why I love your face. And I will see you in another video very soon. So you bring that face back here and I'll meet you here. Okay. Not to boss you around, but I'll see you later. Bye.